Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Real Talk Journeys of Resilience and Success. And today we are on episode 84. And our guest today is Feeza Ali. She will be joining us in a few minutes, but before, let me introduce myself. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. For those who doesn't know me, I'm originally from Panama, but currently residing here in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I also work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner and mentor. So, welcome everyone, and happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday. So, like I mentioned, today we are on episode 84, and our guest today is Feeza Ali. So, she will be joining us in a few minutes. Before I bring her in, let me introduce her to you guys. So, like I mentioned today, our guest is Feeza Ali. She's born and raised in Fiji, now living in California for over 2 decades with her husband and her three amazing kids. She's a corporate professional by day and a digital business owner by passion, creating impact and building a legacy from the inside out. So let's bring Feeza to the studio. Hi, Feeza. Thank you coming. Thank you for coming.
Hi, Sandy. Good morning. How are you?
Good, and you?
I am good.
So welcome to our real talk of journeys of resilience and success, and I'm excited to hear your story today. So let's dive into the questions.
Okay.
All right. So the first question for you is, Pisa, you live in three different countries while balancing family, a full-time career, and now building your own business. Was there a time when it felt especially tough, and what helped you stay focused and keep going?
Well, Sandy, let me tell you something. There was times that it was I felt overwhelmed with family work and adjusting to new places all at once. What helped me stay focused was knowing why I wanted to build something for myself and also for my family, and choosing steady progress instead of a rushing all the time, and having a routine, managing my time, and staying connected to a very supportive people helped me keep going. I also reminded myself that progress often is comes from small consistent steps and a very supportive community.
Thank you so much, Fisa. And yeah, you mentioned a lot of nuggets there. Yeah. For once, doing our online business on top, besides your job, but along the journey, there's going to be ups and downs, and when you have those down, that's when we always say, we always go back to our why we decided. So like you mentioned, why you decided to take on this journey, and that's your fuel, to be able to continue this journey, besides the moments where you feel down and, like you mentioned, you're overwhelmed. Because yeah, it's normal, at the beginning to adjust, uh, between, because you were used to your job but now you have your business. So it's usually, a little bit of adjustment at the beginning, and plus, adapting to a new culture, because you're moving to a new country. And I know the feeling, because even though, for example, I moved from Panama to Canada, and I was living back east, and then I moved to back west. Uh, it's two different cultures, even though we're in the same country. So I do get that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you need to adjust, to adapt. But one thing that you gain from, moving from one country to the other, and adapt, and adapting to those countries, is that you learn the adaptability skills. You learn to adapt, and that's one of the skills that we really need in our online business, because the online business is in constant change. So if you have that
Exactly.
skill of adapting, that really helps. um,
Yes.
yeah, another thing that you mentioned, consistency. Yeah, consistency is one of the keys to be able to succeed in this business. Is you don't need to focus, on doing big things or a lot of things. You need to focus on, as long as you do small things, it's moving your business forward. Because many times, me being, I say, like, beginner's mistake. We tend to focus like on the big, and then, but the problem when
Exactly.
we do that is that, yeah, we do have the motivation, and the energy, but along the way, that motivation start fading. So when we start, doing like small little steps, those small little steps move you forward, because you achieve them, you celebrate it, okay, and that motivates you to keep going and going. So yeah, like you mentioned, consistency, small big steps, to keep continue, really, help during those tough time. And the other thing you mentioned, the community. Yeah, I totally agree with that, because the community is there to support you. And then, when you have those low moments, they can hear you, and they can guide you. Can give you feedback. Why? Because they have been in your shoes before. They are ahead on their journey, so they understand what you're going through. um, so we're so blessed to have a global online community that gives you that emotional support, the technical support, so you can ask anytime. There's always going to be someone who will answer, because we are a global community, so it's like 24/7, so
Yeah,
available
can I add something else to that, Sandy? Is just to know, it's just like whenever we don't feel motivated, there are times where we do not feel motivated, and somebody else's motivation will make you want to feel motivated, and then you step up, and it's like, no, like it's just like how inspiring it is. And it's just like you look at somebody so motivated, and that motivation actually is like, it's like it rubs on you, and you want to do the same thing, and that's really amazing.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. Yeah. Plus the stories, that we hear on the masterminds on Wednesday. That's another one, because many times, we think, oh, our journey is so hard, but when we hear other stories from members that, they have achieved their milestone, we say, oh my God, if they were able to go through that, so can we. So that's
Exactly.
inspiration.
Yeah, and then sometimes when you hear their stories and then what you go through,
Mm.
yours is nothing compared to their stories and how much they go through, but still look where they are.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the second question. Okay, so the second question for you is, you mentioned it, how your perspective changed once you found a supportive online community. What gave you the confidence to move forward, and how do you now support others starting this path?
Well, finding a supportive online community helped me see that I didn't have to do everything alone. I had a mass people, like a global community that would support me to go move forward, and then any decision that I make, I like, it was like not just mine. It was like the community too that helps and makes you see stuff. So that was one of the things. And then now I support others by sharing what I have learned from this community, offering encouragements and reminding them to stay consistent and patience, because patience is the virtue. Like patience, the more patience you have, the more success you get. Patience teaches us how to
Yes.
be successful.
Yes. Yeah, I totally agree with you. So one of the things that you touch is the ripple effect. You came to this online business, you got that support from uh, the community, because, many times we come to this journey and we don't believe completely in ourselves, but other people that are already on the online business, they do believe in you before you believe in yourself. And that really makes a huge difference, because it helps you to build that confidence in yourself. Like you mentioned, it helps you, to get the knowledge, because, in our community, we share knowledge. So we all learn, we are uplift each other. And like you mentioned, you pass, now that you're ahead on your journey, for those new business owners that come, you pass your knowledge to them. And that's what we call the ripple effect, to be able to continue that. Another analogy that I love, when I went to Japan, is passing the torch to the next person, you know so we continue, helping other person and passing those ripple effects. So I really love what you say. Thank you so much for sharing that.
No worries. And then the other thing was, there is no competition.
Yes.
There is definitely no competition. Like everybody helps everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you are at a place where, like, you wish to be, but then there is definitely no competition.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, because we all learn from each other, and the other thing, like everyone brings something to the business, because you might be starting this journey, but you have a skill, a knowledge that you can implement, and then you can pass on to others. So at the end of the day, everyone learns from each other, and that's what makes your succeed in this business, um, because of
Yes,
that community.
definitely.
Yes. Okay, so let's move on to the third question for you. Okay, so the third question is, you often talk about gratitude, time flexibility, and personal growth. How have those values shaped the way you show up as a mom, professional, and entrepreneur?
Well, gratitude actually helps me stay calm and focused. And what matters, time flexibility helps me plan my days better and ahead of time. And my personal growth helps me show up with passion, consistency, and willingness to help learning in every part of my life.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I think one of the things that we learn on this journey and we focus is on gratitude. um, Many times, yes, we're grateful, but we don't really see how many things we should be grateful for in a regular basis. And that really, when we start this journey, that's one of the things that we focus most. One of the things that we focus a lot is on being grateful, grateful for all the things that we have, grateful for celebrating everything, that we do, because even the little things that sometimes we do, that we should be grateful for accomplish and be happy. Many things we just neglect that, and we really, we need to focus more on being grateful. When you talk about time flexibility, yes, the time flexibility is another one that really this business help you to create that time, organize yourself in a better way. Um, we lost the connection with our guest, but that's okay. Let's continue. So yeah, so the time flexibility helps you, to on this journey, because many times when we come to this journey, we struggle a little bit at the beginning with time, like organizing our time. And the reason why is because, of course, we add something new to our life and that we're not used to, and that is normal. Okay. But as we go through our journey, we learn to better organize our time, to balance, and that's the one of the things that we learn as an entrepreneur, how to organize your time to make sure that everything is balanced. You allocate time for your family, you allocate time for your business, you have the time for your work, and you have time for yourself, because you also need to have time for yourself to be able to recharge, and to be able to continue on this journey. The other point that she was talking about, personal growth. Yeah, personal growth is another one that we do get. Um, yeah, um, yeah. Sorry, just give me a sec. I think we lost the connection with our guest, but she can see me, but she cannot hear me. Just give me a sec. It happens, It's technology. Um, it's okay. So hopefully, she can hear me with a little workaround. Okay. So going back to we were talking about personal growth. Yeah. You see, this is another thing that many times, when we come to this journey, we really about it. Because when we come to this journey, we're thinking about, okay, I'm gonna start building financial stability, the financial, yeah, the financial stability. So we think only on the financial part of it. But as we start our journey, we realize that, the benefits that we get from this business is more than financial. benefits. Okay, so one of the things is we get, the time flexibility, which what our guest was talking before. I think we lost her. um, yeah, and then the other one was, the personal growth. That's one of the things, when I came to this business, I didn't have the knowledge, and that's what we get here. We get the knowledge of and skills that we didn't have before. So that's part of um, the personal growth, and also, the mindset. Because many times we come to this business with an employee mindset, and then we need to shift that from employee mindset to entrepreneur. Okay. Um, but yeah, our growth is really it grows when it comes to self-development, because um, many times, our family, our friends, they know us before. Okay. But as we start this journey, when they look us, oh my God, you have changed. I don't know, you're like a different person. Like many times, like we were shy, and now we are not shy anymore. And we are doing things, we talk with more confidence, something that probably didn't have before. Um, and like we grow, and that's part of the self development, and we keep growing, as we go through our journey. So this is what this online business also give you, the personal development, the growth in yourself. So um, it's and I think this is something that no one can take you away. You know, it doesn't matter what if you don't have the rest, but this is something that stays with you and no one can take away. And the knowledge that you get here is amazing, because you learn skills and knowledge from different areas, to be able to do your business. And prior to that, you don't need to have any knowledge or skills to be able to start this online business, because it is provided in our business. We do have video based training that allows you to learn and gain the skills that you need for to be able to succeed in this business. Plus, we do have live workshops too. So saying that, yeah, we have our guest that has come back. So it happens,
I'm
some
sorry about that.
no
Yeah.
worries. It's That's part of being, in online business, because it's technology. Technology sometimes, will work, sometimes it will not. So that's normal. So um we have to adapt. Again, go back to the word to adaptability. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully, you got inspired by Fisa's stories, her journey, and then, on this online business, the skills that she have gained, the, like, for example, adaptability, personal growth, adapting, her time, with the new addition to into her life with the online business, uh, which, it is something that, yeah, I might feel a little bit overwhelmed at the beginning, but as you go through, you learn to manage your time, better, because that's one of the things that sometimes we go into that cycle, but we don't really know how to really manage our time. And that's why many times we say, oh, we don't have time to do the business, but there is time if you organize, and you prioritize what is important for you, to be able to move forward, you know. So saying that, we want to say thank you to everyone that has watched the live with us today. For those catching the replay, thank you so much. And to our followers, thank you so much for being part of our journey, for believing in us, and for engaging with our content. We also have a like emoji here from freelancer Sumaya Tawasum. So thank you for your like emoji, and thank you for watching the live today. Um, Also, wanna say thank you to our guests, Fisa, for being here with us today and sharing her story with
You're
us, and taking
welcome.
some time from your life. Um, so the other thing I want to say is, if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity, you want to create that plan B or that extra side of income, here are three ways that you can communicate with us. So you can either put in the comments more info, or you can send us a private message, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have, or you can register directly into the websites that appear on the screen. So we have FisaDigitalSpace.com. So that's Fisa's website. So if you want to connect with Fisa, that's her website. We also have here Another comment from Samten Shiraz. They say, hello, watching live from Minnesota. So thank you for watching. Thank you for your comment. So yeah, so if you wanna learn more, those are the three ways. Put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website that appear on the screen. So when you register into our website, you will receive an email that will contain two links. The first one is to register to our live webinar. So we have live webinars every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. PST and 8 p.m. EST. So you can register for either day or for both. The second link you get there is the link to the replay of the live webinar. So just in case you cannot attend to the live webinar, that's not a problem. You can always catch the replay and watch it from the comfort of your own home. In addition to that, we also invite you to our private Facebook group where you get to see more success stories from members of our community and more information about the business. Now you're probably wondering, so what is it that you're going to find out on the webinar? On the webinar, you're going to find out how an online business plan works, and also, you get the opportunity to hear from the panelists, which are members of our community, who will be sharing with you why they decided to start this online business and how this online business has transformed their lives. So, um, if you want to learn more about this online business opportunity, put in the comments more info, send us a private message, or register directly into our website. So again, we want to say thank you to everyone, and we want to wish a happy and blessed Sunday for those who are on Sunday, and a happy and blessed Monday for those who are on Monday, and a happy and blessed week ahead for everyone. So thank you for again for being here with us today, and thank you to Fisa for spending her time with us today. And until
Thank
the
you for
next.
having me.
Yeah, thank you so much. The pleasure is for me to have you. Um, so thank you again for being here, and until the next episode of the Real Talk Journeys of Resilience and Success with another guest and another story. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. Thank you for watching.